Jersey diners. Just as much as they are a piece of scrumptious sunshine, they're also beacons of the night, especially late at night. They really are a piece of Jersey history, and I can't think of a better way to kick off an all-new season of tasty travels. From the Elmwood Park Diner in Elmwood Park, New Jersey, it's time to open mouth and insert nostalgia.
You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown's Fork on the Road show, making 15 delicious, one bite and one review at a time.
If I sound a little bit frosty, forgive me. I haven't done this in many months, and I'm also quite hungry. And if you're hungry for history, I got that covered. From 1996, this is a book all about, you guessed it, Jersey diners. The Elmwood Park Diner, not really one of them, but kind of giving you a general vibe of what this book is all about. It was made by Peter Genovese, published by Rutgers University Press in New Brunswick, and picked up back home from Beauty Thrift Store in Patterson for $4.99. A couple of features to highlight in here. First off, a full color photo inset of the interiors and exteriors, plus a few old advertisements for diners big and small. Those stuck in time, and others finding their way to the future. North, South, East, and Central Jersey, they're all covered here. From the Checker Diner in Somerville to the Silk City Ackerman Diner in Emerson. The Circle Diner in Raritan, Fawn's Garden in West Orange, and the Triangle Diner in Folsom, which is where one diner is pretty much content with life. This full color photo inset contributes to the 300 black and white photographs that you see in here that salt and pepper the whole thing, giving it a whole visual appeal. And as for this, you ought to be in the movies. This talks about MJ Diner's place in Hollywood, such as one diner in particular called the Tunnel Diner in Jersey City, one of the settings for the movie City Hall with Bridget Fonda and John Cusack. Additionally, a movie called Untamed Heart also shot in Tom's River, I believe, and this is one of their diners. That would be Tom's River resident Tom Serrito, who wrote the screenplay for Untamed Heart, with one of the settings being in one of the diners. This book talks about family-owned diners and the history behind those, and the families who own them. It talks about the music you would find in jukeboxes diner after diner. It talks about select menu dishes that you should be on the lookout for. That is, if any of the diners in here are still functioning today. Oh, I neglected this full color photo inset. Speaking of color, even though this book is kind of, well, dated, it was made in 1996, it's also quite detailed in that it talks about the waitresses and their connection with regular customers and strangers, the camaraderie between employees and customers, and employees as a whole. You know, the camaraderie amongst each other. Building a community, a family, kitchen after kitchen. They're so detailed they even talk about the seats that you can find in each diner and their Formica counters, as well as their signature neon. So it's quite an engaging Jersey diners book with a scarce amount of food photographs in here. I think he passed on one. Yeah, this one from the Wildwood Diner. While the Elmwood Park Diner isn't really featured in here, this particular setting for this particular video was requested by my pal David, who begged me to visit the Elmwood Park Diner for a Fork on the Road show. So which diner makes the best French toast? Which diner has a particular place in the heart of Hollywood, even though LA doesn't have a lot of good diners, according to one loyal patron here in the Garden State. And which diner has the most history to it and the most lore? And maybe the most attractive waitresses. You'll find it all here. At the very end, a diner directory of diners that were in operation as of the publication of this book. You'll have to check online to find out if some of the diners are still active. Anyway, this is a book packed with diner facts, trivia, and stories about the people who walk and hang out with diners. The author, Peter Genovese, spent a year in every single diner in the Garden State to make this. I have to say, 365 days, and presumably a whole lot of delicious dishes well spent. What better way to kick off our third season than with breakfast for dinner? Quite literally. This is the grilled chicken and avocado omelet with fries and buttered toast. And I know upon first glance it looks a little bit, sloppy. But this is a diner! It doesn't have to be refined, it just has to be delicious. And I don't know about you, but with that hefty appearance, I don't mind it a little extra rustic than usual. And again, there's your buttered toast. That would make Ed from Ed and Eddie proud, wouldn't it? Jersey Diners by Peter Genovese gets 4.5 out of 5 claps. I think it's a real great way to help you savor history, one bite at a time, and that's what we'll be doing all season long. And that's the word, from my mouth to your mouth.
Next week, we're heading to Jersey City to check out a spot that could actually help your waistline. We're getting cozy with the boys of Eat This, Not That. Stay tuned and stay hungry.
Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.